Hello, good morning, everyone. I hope you're all well and in good health. As usual, we're just going to quickly go through the market, see what the market has in store for us today, and afterwards, we'll go through any questions, queries, comments you might have. Yesterday, obviously, was a public holiday in the UK, the May Day bank holiday. So there was also a time to take a holiday from the markets because of the high probability of the markets trending sideways during a public holiday. But when we come to the charts, we'll look and see what happened yesterday to see whether the markets indeed trended sideways yesterday or not. But again, you don't use the words always and never when it comes to trading. So we're not saying that the markets always trend sideways when there's a public holiday in UK or USA. So we're just saying that there's a high probability of it trending sideways. That's 7 out of 10 times during a public holiday in the UK or the USA, the market tends to trend sideways. But we're not saying 100% of the time. So always remember that. Okay, let's start. We'll start off with the economic calendar. Looking at the economic calendar, again, make sure you're using the correct time zone. Adjust your economic calendar to the time zone wherever you are. I'm using the GMT +2 time zone. So the times I'll be quoting are GMT +2. So today is Tuesday, the 4th of May. And the two markets we're looking at are the Euro-US dollar and the dollar Canadian dollar. So we'll be looking for reports that could affect these currency pairs. So let's start. So we've had the Australian interest rate decision that's come and gone. But again, that's if you're trading currencies paired with the Aussie dollar. So let's continue. So at 10:30 here, we've got some reports of medium importance relating to the housing industry. Usually reports relating to the housing industry could affect the market, but obviously they're not of high importance. They're just of medium importance and an indication to check your trades around that time. So you can see mortgage approvals, mortgage lending, that's obviously to do with the housing market from the UK. And of course, the UK being the financial capital of the world, it could have an indirect impact on the markets. So that would be a good time to check your trades around 10:30 GMT +2. But that won't stop you trading. And at 2:30, again, GMT +2. Out of Canada, we have the balance of trade report. It's a report of high importance, but this would be mainly impact currencies paired with the Canadian dollar. So for the USD Canadian dollar currency pair we're trading, you want to avoid trading the USD Canadian currency pair prior to this report at 2:30. But of course, the Euro US dollar, this is not going to directly impact the Euro US dollar, so we can start trading the Euro US dollar. And that's it really for the rest of the day. So for the Euro US dollar, I repeat, for the Euro US dollar, there are no reports of high importance that could directly impact the Euro US dollar today. And there are no public holidays in the UK or the USA, so we can start trading the Euro US dollar straight away. Again, anytime from midnight, you could have started trading this currency pair anytime from midnight, because there are no public holidays today in the UK or USA, and there are no reports of high importance that could affect the Euro US dollar. So technically, you could have started trading it from midnight or first thing this morning. Okay, but for the USD Canadian dollar, that one, I'm going to avoid trading that particular currency pair till 2:30 because of this report of high importance out of Canada, the balance of trade report. Okay, so that's an interesting one for today. Just making sure when you're trading a currency pair, you'll looking at reports that directly impact that currency pair. And of course, like we said, although we can start trading the Euro USD now, but remember to check your trades around 10:30 when this UK mortgage approvals and mortgage lending reports come out. As usual, it's also good to check the rest of the week because again, you want to be asking yourself, am I allowed to have 3 attempts at the market today? Because again, today is actually an ideal day to have 3 attempts at the market because there are no public holidays, there are no reports of high importance relating to the Euro US dollar. So technically speaking, you can have 3 attempts on the Euro US dollar today, but it's good to check the rest of the week to see if you should be doing that or not, to see if there's anything major coming out later on this week. So we go to the next 7 days. So start with tomorrow, Wednesday, the 5th of May. So Wednesday, there's nothing major coming out tomorrow. Then we go to Thursday, the 6th of May. And on Thursday, the 6th of May, we have a big report coming out, which is the Bank of England interest rate decision. So again, UK being the financial capital of the world, this could impact all markets and all currency pairs. The Bank of England interest rate report coming out on Thursday. And then on Friday, we have the big report of the week on Friday, the 7th of May. On Friday, the 7th of May, we have the US unemployment rate report and the non-farm payrolls report coming out on Friday. So we've got 2 big reports coming out later on this week. The Bank of England interest rate decision on Thursday, and then the US unemployment rate, the US non-farm payrolls report on Friday. And of course, the US non-farm payroll report and the unemployment report is the biggest one for this week. It's a highly anticipated report. It comes out on the first Friday of every month, and it affects all financial markets, all currency pairs, all stock markets, commodities market, all markets are affected by this report, and it's highly anticipated. So there's a high probability of the markets trending sideways all week leading up to that report. In fact, I'll set up a session. We'll meet on Friday to trade that report. So that, in view of the Bank of England interest rate report coming out on Thursday, and most importantly, this US unemployment rate report coming out on Friday, which is of huge impact and huge significance to the market, then coming back to today, when I am not going to be having 3 attempts at the market today in view of what's coming out later in the week. So today, I'm just going to have 1 live attempt at the market today. 1 live attempt on the Euro US dollar and 1 live attempt on the dollar Canadian dollar. Just 1 live attempt in view of what's coming up later on this week. So again, you can now see that this should just be routine every day when you're trading the markets, because as you can see, this sort of sets the tone of what you should be doing today, just by critically looking at the economic calendar, public holidays. All these things will then determine how you trade, when you trade, and how often you should be trading that day. And like I said, now that we've compiled all this information, we know today we're just going to have 1 live attempt on each currency pair. Of course, don't forget Market Watch, just trying to see what's going on in the global financial markets, to see if there's anything that could be creating uncertainty in the markets. Unfortunately, Bill Gates and Melinda Gates are getting a divorce, which is a shame, really. But obviously, that's not going to affect the markets or create uncertainty in the market. So that's just a social thing. So just to see if there's anything major that's creating uncertainty news-wise, but there's really nothing major creating uncertainty in the markets. So, but again, that's just part of the assessment to start. Okay, so now we can go to the charts. So like I said, for the euro US dollar, we can start trading because there are no public holidays and no reports of high importance. So we'll start with the swing trading. So this is the daily time frame, D1. So looking at the daily time frame, the moving average 50 today is 1.1928. So I'm just going to adjust my stop loss to 2 pips below that, which would be 1926. 1926. And that's it. Yeah, so this is a live swing trade I'm already in on the euro US dollar. This is where the market broke the moving average on the 13th of April. Took my swing trade order with a 100 pip stop loss. I usually wait for the market to move 100 pips in my direction before I start moving my stop loss with the moving average, which happened on the 19th of April. The market moved 100 pips in my direction. So from the 19th of April, I started moving my stop loss with the moving average. And that's just what I do every day. So today is, like I said already, the moving average is 1.1928. So I've just adjusted my stop loss to 1926, 2 pips below the moving average. And that's it. So I've gone from risking 100 pips to now risking, let's see, obviously you can see my entry point there, 1941. So that's 1941 minus my stop loss today, 1926. 1926. So I'm now risking 15 pips. And I'll just keep adjusting my stop loss to the moving average every day until the market takes me out, whenever that happens. So that's the swing trade done. We'll now go to the day trading. So I'll go to the 5-minute time frame. So as we can see already, the market is trending down. It's just making lower lows and lower highs. So it's trending down. You can also see the moving average trending down. And again, you can see the moving average is now below the pivot point. So you can now see I've now placed my pending buy order just above the pivot point, because you want to make sure your buy order is somewhere above the moving average. And again, if the market continues to fall, I'll sell if it breaks S1. So I've got my pending sell order just below S1. So I already have my pending orders in place. A pending sell order just below S1 and a pending buy order just above the pivot point. Of course, if the sell order is taken first, I'll delete my buy order. If the buy order is taken first, I'll delete the sell order. And like I said, I'm only going to have one live attempt at the market today in view of the reports coming out on Thursday, which is the Bank of England interest rate decision, and most importantly on Friday, the US unemployment rate report. So that's the euro US dollar. We'll now go to the USDCAD. So again, we'll start with the swing trade. So I'll go to the daily time frame D1. So this one, I'm not in a live trade. I just have my pending swing trade order, which I'm moving with the moving average. So check the moving average today. So the moving average today, I use the moving average 100 for the USDCAD. So the moving average 100 today is 1.26045. I'll just round that up to 1.2605. So 2 pips above that would be 1.2607. So I'll just adjust my pending buy order to 2607. And also adjust the stop loss, 100 pip stop loss to 2507. So that's it. So again, I'll just keep adjusting my pending buy order every day like that till the market reverses, breaks the moving average, and takes my buy order. Whenever that happens, that could be weeks, months away. Okay, so that's the swing trade. Now go to day trade, 5-minute time frame. The US CAD is just all over the place. It's just all over the place. So like we said, there's a report of high importance, balance of trade report coming out at 2:30 GMT plus 2 today. So I'm not going to be placing any orders on the USD CAD till then. You can see here where it started falling haphazardly. Although to be fair, with this USCAD, because it's been all over the place, I'm just going to take, you can see it's just been all over the place. I'm just going to take all of this as a sideways trend because it's really just been all over the place. So I'm just going to see which is the highest of that two. High there's 23218. Let's see, 23209. So I'll go for 2321. 2321. And that will be the low point there. That will be 2270. So I'll just take all that as a sideways trend. But again, obviously I'll reassess just before the report at 2:30 and see, oh, that seems to be the highest point there. That's 23218, so 2322. Okay, there we are. So we'll see what happens. So at the moment we have R1 and the pivot point within the sideways trend. S1 is outside the sideways trend. And like I said, we'll reassess again just before the report at 2:30 and avoid trading the market till then. Okay, any questions? If you have any questions, you can either send your questions through the question box, or I say question box, chat box, or you can raise your hand. Any questions? Hello, good morning, Bola.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine, thank you. I've just got a quick question. I don't know if anybody else has the same experience with me. I was looking at Market Watch last night, but it keeps coming up with a message to say that I've reached the level of my articles that I can access and that I have to subscribe. And I don't want to subscribe to Market Watch. So I was wondering if anybody else has had the same experience.
That's just weird.
Because I've been going into Market Watch and it just, I was like, oh, why is it coming up with this message?
That is weird. Because I've been using Market Watch for 18 years and I've never had that message, and I've never paid 1 penny to them or paid for any subscription.
So I was just wondering if I'm just as we're talking, I'm going into, because I'm using a different laptop, so I'm going into it on this one to see if I come up with the same message. It is marketwatch.com. Because I was reading through, there was a message I wanted to read on cryptocurrencies, and it was like, nope, you have to subscribe. And I was like,
oh, no, there's some, okay. The issue is that there's some articles that are paid articles. Yes, okay, I see what you mean. So there are some articles that are paid articles that are not for free.
Oh, I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, okay. I was going to say, I thought you meant the whole Market Watch itself. Let me see.
Okay.
Let me see if I can click on one. So yes, I now know what you mean. Because sometimes I find that sometimes too, when I see a very interesting article and I click on it.
Yeah, I wanted to read up on the Ethereum price. This is to do with crypto, and I was trying to read up. Funny enough, I can access it now on this one, but I couldn't access it on my other. It's really strange because it was saying I had to subscribe, but I can access it on. I don't know. Maybe it depends. I don't know. No, it's come up with a message. You're approaching your article limit.
Yeah, there's a certain number of articles that. Okay, this one is not a paid one, so you can click on this one and read it. But yes, I've seen that number of times. There are some articles that are paid for.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Pleasure. So yes, depending on which article you want to read, some of them, try to find one. I think they're smart, because obviously this is a free website, but they're very smart because they have to make some income somewhere. So usually you find that when there's a very interesting article, they want you to pay for it. Let me see. Okay. No, this one you don't have. But yes, anyway, I don't want to waste time. But yes, you find that sometimes some articles you can read for free, some articles you have to pay for, and that's just the way it goes, really. So I guess if you're really desperate for that information, you can pay for it. But like I said, I've been using this website for 18 years and I've never paid a penny to them. But yes, I have seen some articles where they say you have to pay for it. I just, obviously just ignore the article and go and find, maybe Google that article somewhere and see if I can read it elsewhere. Okay, any other questions? Obviously, I don't own MarketWatch, so there's nothing I can do about it. I don't own MarketWatch and I don't have shares with them. So you just have to go with their own rules, which is they're free to do what they like. It's their website. But yeah, I've always worked around that. By and large, I've been able to get the information I need from them over the last 18 years without having to pay for anything. And yes, the ones that they say I have to pay for, I just ignore it because I know I can Google and get the information elsewhere. That's just the way I get around it. Any other questions? That's the beauty of Google these days, because with Google now, the same article you can see written, somewhere else. In fact, what I just do, I'll use this as an example. So for example, obviously this one, you can see I can read it. It's not saying I should pay for it. But if it says paid for, I will just take the headline. I'll just take the headline and Google search the headline and see where else I can read it. So you can see now, obviously with the headline, you can see MarketWatch is the first, but you can see here, I can still read about it on Yahoo Finance. So that's what I sometimes do when there's a paid article. I'll just see there's a similar article of that similar topic somewhere else and go and read it there. Okay, any other questions before we go for breakfast? Okay, good. So there are no questions. I wish you all a wonderful breakfast. Enjoy your breakfast. Have a great day, and we'll catch up on the platform. So take care.